Alright, hey, welcome back to Card Talks, where I ramble, rave, and word about my thoughts on training, life, and fitness. Thinking about today, auditing your program. Because I think a lot of times people forget to do that, right? We forget to go back and look at what is working, what is not working. So many times we get caught up doing the same exercises, going through the same routine, sets, reps, things like that. And it's like at some point you're going to stall out. And if you've been in this process of stalled out, whether it's you're trying to build muscle, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to, increase the strength of a lift or whatever it is, we have to go back and look at what you're doing. What are the habits? What are the consistencies that are in your program? And is that contributing to your lack of success, right? Now, if we're looking at this, and this is how we can kind of utilize this as an actual strategy, when we audit programs, right, the couple things you can look for: exercises. How many times does an exercise pop up in your training, right? If it pops up too frequently, right, it might be contributing to the fact that you're stalling out because you're doing too much of one thing and you're not targeting the one area that you're lacking, right? And so you might want to experiment with switching that exercise out for another, or at least decreasing the frequency of that and increasing the frequency of other substitutes or variations. If it's a sets and reps thing, right? If all of a sudden you realize and you look back, it's like, man, I did a lot of 4 sets of 6, or I did a lot of 3 by 10, and you're not making progress anymore, and all of a sudden you realize, like, hey, like, I've got to do more, I've got to do more volume, or I've got to do less volume, right? Maybe you toy around with that just a little bit, just to get a better glimpse and a better understanding of what what might be the issue, right? For some people it might be rest time. Maybe all of a sudden you look at it, it's like, you know what, I'm resting too long, right? There's too big of a rest period between my sets. For some people that's the case. Perhaps think about either lengthening it or shortening it, right? Depending on what you need to do, right? Some people take too short a rest. So when we look at your program, right, take time to do an audit, look over it, find the consistencies, find the inconsistencies, start to toy around with some changes or some tweaks that'll bring around the right adaptations. So just something for you to think about. Until next time, we'll see you in the passenger seat.